Well, we're here at Cameron's Brewery, probably the most enjoyed customer in the brewery. My dear friend Aaron, the beer rep from Cameron's, and the Albino Rhino.
Yes, and we have some Dopplebock here, so tell me about the Dopplebock.
So the Dopplebock is Cameron's first seasonal release that is being released outside the brewery, and it is getting some really great press. The Dopplebock, 7.1% alcohol, a German-style Dopplebock. It's got some, it's a dark beer, a little bit of roastiness to it, a little bit of nice sweet maltiness to it. All around great winter beer, and you know, it's getting some great reviews out there. Feel free to come by the brewery. We'd love to sample you on some and have you buy some too as well.
And what sizes do you sell this at?
We sell it currently just in bottles to the general public. We do sell some kegs if you are interested. Just please do talk to us. But it's a standard 341 milliliter bottle, and you can sell it. We do sell it by the 6-pack for $16.50 a 6-pack.
Worth every bit of it.
Yeah, every bit of it.
And you can hold it up. The normal Cameron labels, which look really nice, but these are actually eye-popping because of the color scheme on them. And you can actually tell now that it's not like an elephant or anything like that on there.
Yeah.
So the one real interesting thing about the Dopplebock is if you take a look at it on the label itself, it kind of gives a description about how the Dopplebock came to be. The German monks themselves, as sustenance, would drink it and would be like a liquid bread to them. So that's how the Dopplebock came to be.
It's a great way to eat bread.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Dopplebock, your first seasonal. How do you feel about this one?
Very, very happy with it, and looking forward to more generations of it coming out in the next couple of years.
Now, did you use any special ingredients in this? I know.
Yes, all the specialty malts came from Germany, from Bamberg, from Bayerman Malting.
So no corners cut, anything like that? Just
brewed by a connoisseur, not an accountant.
What other seasonal ideas do you have coming up?
We have some new products that are in the works. I can't really talk about them yet, but I think we'll all be pleasantly surprised by them, and they'll certainly be refreshing and very interesting for a seasonal style product that probably not too many people are using in the Ontario market, some of the ingredients. So I'm really excited about it.
You know what you're doing right there, right? You're like just making fun of me, poking. We might have this coming out. You're probably not going to see it down in Niagara.
I can tell you this much. The artwork is done. We're having great success right now with the Dopplebock. And so once the Dopplebock is winding down, we will be releasing. Alcohol is 7.1% alcohol by volume. Bitterness levels, modest 25, 26 BUs.
And it actually does taste more like an authentic Dopplebock from Germany than a lot of the ones that you're going to find around here.
And that was the aim. The whole concept came from a skiing trip I did about a dozen years ago to Bavaria. I visited a brewery when I was there called Mittenwald, and the brewmaster at the time opened up the doors, took me up to his cellar, and pulled out a nice ceramic mug and started filling it up from his vats for me. And it was definitely one of my highlights, and so as a tribute to German beer right there.
Well, this right now is one of the highlights just of the winter season for me. I mean, this was great. I've only had one or two other seasonals from the craft brews right now that are on the same par as this. So I'm amazed by this. Thank you very much for making it. Alrighty, so we're still here at Cameron's. We've got some Dopplebock poured. That looks amazing. Smells amazing. Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
It's wonderful beer.
It is.
That's kind of the first thing that comes to my mind. It's just fantastic.
Truly, truly enjoyable to drink.
Alrighty, so if I can't get to the brewery, where can I find this?
So some of the places that we're currently on, we are in select bars and restaurants in Toronto and the surrounding areas. In Toronto, you can go to Say What, you can go to Barvolo, you can also go to Betty's. And those are just a couple. We're in a few others in Toronto. We keep on expanding the new seasonal. And then outside that area in Oakville, we're in the Niblet Pub. and Mississauga, we're at West 50 Poorhouse. And in Hamilton, we are in the Winking Judge. If you go as far out as London, we're in Gambrinus pub out there. So those are just some of the few places. If you go to, if you call the brewery too as well, you can find out any other additional places that might show up on the list. And again, if you're really hard up and really want to get it quickly, please do come to the brewery here and pick up a 6-pack or more.
That is amazing stuff. I can't wait to actually sit down and pick this apart, but this is great. Everybody that can get it should, especially if you like the box series of beers, the maltier beers and all that. This is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to talk about our Oak Age series. Cameron's has come out with their first Oak Age. Actually, this is our second Oak Age series. First one came out over Father's Day this past year. It was 150 bottles, sold out in a matter of the weekend. So this is now our second series, which we took, instead of doing 1 barrel, we increased that to 5 barrels, and we let it age for about 200 days, if not more. And then we blended it together, carbonated it, and we hand bottled it. So each one of those is hand bottled, hand stickered, and yeah, feel free to grab one here at the brewery. A great Christmas present. If you got some clients out there that you want to give something nice as a holiday present, it definitely suits those needs.
Alcohol by volume. It's right there on the label, 7.4% alcohol by volume.
Alrighty. How about the IBUs? Because this didn't have much of a kick at all in the back.
No, it's probably about 18, 19 views.
I loved that, and that's probably why.
It's all about flavor.
Yes.
With barrel aging, hop notes won't carry through the aging process, so it's really about malt, flavor, stable beer.
Now, how long did you age this in the barrel?
6 months.
6 months. See, now, Innocent Gun, which most of us love at the review, like 69 days, 6 months.
Each barrel is different. Some of the barrels that we use are 5 years old, 12 years, or 1 year. So varying. That's the whole blending concept of barrel aging. They all need to be blended together for consistency.
Alrighty. How many bottles did you get out of this? I know you had 5 barrels this time instead of 1.
We've had several releases. The most recent release of it, we've done about 1,200 bottles.
So I'm guessing that lasted more than the 4 hours of the last one?
Correct.
Which is good because that gave us time to get down here. Are there any plans in the future for more Oak Age series beers?
Absolutely. We have some bourbon barrels, some Buffalo Trace barrels. We have some cognac barrels. We also have some Bordeaux barrels. And coming down the pipeline in 2012, we will be having some Canadian rye and some Barbados rum.
Alrighty, well, I know the first time you made this, you won a silver medal, so I'm hoping for gold for you this time around because this is great.
Cheers to that.
Alrighty.
Hello, my friend.
Good
All
day.
right, so now this is the one you really came back for, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so these are 2 of the barrels that actually it ages in. Just make sure the Tennessee whiskey, because what we are doing now, to give a little advice or pre-conversation to all the people out there in cyberspace, we call it the whiskey barrel series because we're trying different barrels. So these ones were done Jack Daniels barrels, right? We call American whiskey. Don't want to control with Jack Daniels. I don't think they care. It's awesome, right? But there are different barrels around the brewery based on different types of oak, okay, which are all important to the taste. So this is the second version. Last time you came, we were out of this.
Yes,
we had no bottles left, right? And here's our little, where we were before. So I'm gonna get you to pour this, all right? So I'm gonna get you to pour this. And let's see if I can actually open this. Come on, let's just open this a bit. So let's go again. So I'm gonna get you to open this, and let's try to taste this together. Alrighty, my friend. I know he's a real beer guy when he comes along. So there you go. And we have a few, by the way, for the crew there. We got a few extra bottles, okay, for you to take away. It is running out. People are driving in non-stop to buy this. What I know most about this one is just, again, that the I would say the alchemy. I mean, I think all brewmastering is alchemy, but this, the art and science of of what's imparted by the special beer, which is a super secret beer that Jason Britton and the brewers created, and then the confluence of it being in the oak barrels. And we often talk about it. I mean, it's someone else's line, which is like, was originally no wine will be served before its time.
Yeah.
In the case of this, this was originally scheduled to come out in September. We did a little taste with the turkey baster, and it just wasn't as great as the first one.
That's when we were here in
That's
September.
Right. That's right. So we let this mature in the barrels for another 3 months, and this great product was packaged up very recently. 1 bar in Ontario is going to serve it on tap, and that bar will be built soon. And I will let you guys be the first to know when it's going to be built. It's in the city of Toronto, so again, I know your viewership goes probably around the world, but it's an incredible bar, and it's 1 bar is going to be serving this. So I'll let you break that story, okay?
Alrighty.
So let's give that a taste and see what we think.
I'm already excited.
And Jason the Brewmaster will be coming to visit you and talk about all your technical questions over here.
Oh. You know what Santa wants in his stocking and everywhere else? This.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Now, we talked about this last time. The first time you did this, you
Right.
won a silver medal with it.
That's right.
So are you hoping for the gold on this one?
Absolutely. I mean, we always try to make it better, right? And like I said, we'll never serve anything that we don't think is perfectly on par. And it just needs, there's nothing wrong with it, just need more time. The first time, whatever, I guess that barrel that we had, because every time we use a virgin barrel, it's like different barrels. But what we were good about this time was we got enough barrels to not run out in 4 hours. Because again, that's the craziness, right? Is running out in the first day.
I could see this running out in 4 hours. I'm going to pass this to the cameraman. He's skillful now at drinking with...
Yeah. Well, the funny one too is some places, and we mentioned Barbolo before with the Dopplebock, they have laid some of the original version down. So they laid them down to see what they're going to taste like in 3-6 months and so on like that. So they were smarter than us. We really didn't keep any. I have 1 bottle hidden away in my basement, same kind of thing. But 1 bottle is not going to last long, right? To see what happens and matures. Because certain beers we say fresh, drink as quickly as you can. Some beers are meant to age a little bit, right? So again, only available in the beer store right now, and there will be that 1 bar which will be disclosed shortly, as early as maybe this Friday, is going to be served on tap.
Now this on tap would be pretty special too. Well, Cartoon, what do you think?
It being on tap, that's all I can think of, because I've got a beer tap at home.
Oh, there you go.
That's all I'm thinking of right now. So yeah, yeah, pretty fantastic.
Pretty fantastic, yeah.
No, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
And I love my oak age beers. I love this. I'm actually, in the last few months, been more and more surprised with the things that you can find right now without traveling.
Well, I think that's the point, right? Is we got to pay homage to the guys that first invented this, right? I love the old dub, I love the innocent gun, but again, like you said, we don't have to travel, right? I think one advantage for us is the dark glass as well, right? That's maybe one of the things people say about some of the other products, why they're so excited to find. I don't want to name them, find them on draft, right? Because it's a different experience, right? The clear glass looks beautiful, but really isn't meant as a carrier for beer, especially an open 6-pack, right? So, again, hard art, hard science, right? The science of perfecting this beer, the art of brewing a great tasting beer, and then the experimentation, right, with the different barrels to see what you get. So,
Well, I'm amazed with this. I'm hoping. I know that I've heard about a few other beer barrels last time.
That's right.
We heard
That's
about
right.
some cognac and everything else.
Yes.
And I'm so excited about this that I kind of can't even fathom what the others would taste like, just because of the flavors that would be imparted just from those barrels. So this is amazing, Joe.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's get you the brewers though, right? Because that's the real guys that deserve all the credit. I love working with them because again, I'm always surprised. And I think I mentioned in one of the previous videos, this was originally Skunkwork projects where I said, do something different, do the seasonals, let's get some of the cask beers out to the public, right? Dopplebock was directly from that, but this bad boy came out first, and they snuck those barrels in the back, hit them away, and they weren't sure it was going to work, right? Which is, again, courageous, and I love that. So that's the kind of company I want to run, and that's the kind of people I want to hire. So cheers. So this is some thirsty work here. Do you want to have a little, can we have one more?
Oh,
You're not driving,
no, I'm not.
except for the tow motor. How'd that end up?
Oh, I didn't crash, so we're okay.
We're okay?
Yes.
I'm doubling down here.
Thank you.
My friend.
Alrighty.
Let me just tell you again, we love seeing you. Is there going to be snow for Christmas?
Alrighty, now I know that both of these are available here, not the LCBO, not the beer store. So, when during the Christmas season can people come and get this?
Okay. Thanks for asking. So the beer store is at 1185 Invicta, which is just off of North Service Road in Trafalgar in Oakville. We're open pretty good hours over the holiday season. We'll post on our website, but particularly we're open the 26th and the 27th when a lot of stores will be closed, and we'll open also on January 1st. So come on by. Always great if you call ahead if you're coming, especially if you want a tour. But we love, being taking care of people, and I've got some buds that live in Oakville and further afield, right? Including Niagara, that say, man, it's better to drive to the brewery than wait in line at the LCBO whenever he's pushing you with carts and stuff. So if you want to come, we love seeing people. We're proud of our humble little brewery, 1185 Invicta. Please come by. And unfortunately, these two this year are only available at our beer store and the bars we talked about earlier. But we're hoping to get these in. These are some versions of our seasonals that you talked about with Jason into the LCBO for next year. So that's our goal. Share the greatness with as many people as possible.
Now remember, everybody, when Christmas rolls around and your in-laws come over and your brothers and your sisters and they all drink all your beer and you need something, Cameron's. And guess what? You're not settling. This is better stuff than what you're probably going to have at your house at the time.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's great. I'm having a turducken, by the way.
Turducken.
Kind of excited about that.
You got to do the epic food mealtime one.
Right.
The pig in the turducken. Well, the turducken in the pig, wrapped with bacon.
The Schwein. Okay, why not? Awesome. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays to everybody.